Welcome to the operation. Let's move the entire shop. Holy schnitzel, there's so much to do, so many parts, so many tools, so many cars. Operation. But we shall remain calm. Woo-sa, motherfucker. Anyway, I'm gonna grab my action cam to show you what we're gonna do while I wait on my bank robber friends to arrive and help me shuffle some stuff around. But look at my E39 M5. How beautiful it is. Freshly polished. I love you so much. Here is the heist plan, Project Cologne, my race car that runs and drives, so we're just gonna simply drive it over there. The Donor 330i, my buddy Valery actually bought that. He's gonna load it up today. The Daily 530i supercharged. Touring, that's staying here. I need that here because, you know, I move between that and Project Rally right over there. Those are the two cars that are gonna stay here. Then the B12, that kind of runs, but not really. B12, ever since I finished that video. Okay, we gotta wait. You helicopter! Oh, and there's an airplane. Look at that, there's an airplane right over there. Right on you. It's not loud at all! And this, when it's nice and sunny like this, every 30 to 60 seconds there's an airplane. B12, like I said, it's sort of running and driving, but ever since that last episode I put everything back together. I tried to clean the spark plugs, and I think I made it worse because now it runs like garbage. So that needs to go on a trailer. Project Castellon, I don't want it to sit outside, and I don't have space to put it inside in the new shop until we, finish everything. So that's gonna go to a shed that I'm renting nearby, and it's gonna sit there with another car, my E39 M5 that runs and drive. Project Swan and Yoki, Alpina B10, that runs and drives as well. I finished the suspension, and I have red license plates. Those are the dealer plates, so I'm gonna put that on the car and we can actually drive it. Well, I can drive it. And then Project Hovde, that's on these roller thingies, and that's gonna go on the trailer. And then we have the subframe from this car. These are Alpina parts. I'm gonna pack all of this is Alpina, in those like plastic baskets, and then I'm gonna shove them inside of the car, and that way I know where the parts from this car are. And after that I just need to start packing. There is so much to pack, so I'm gonna attack it a bit by bit. No one can help me here. I have to do this myself because I also want to throw away stuff that I don't use. I'm not a hoarder per se, but I don't like throwing away good parts, especially parts from, say, E31. I mean, a lot of the parts are discontinued NLA, so even bad parts are worth something, or they're gonna be worth something one day. So I'm gonna kind of separate everything, and then that shed that I have, I'm gonna put some racks there, and parts that I don't use, that I just want to store, I'm gonna put them on those shelves outside of the shop and then keep them there. Other than that, I just need to go through this entire thing. I think I'm gonna move this rack as well. This is the original dojo right over there, the tiny one. Need to go through the shelves over there and just, start packing. It's gonna be a lot of work. Today it's 10th of August. I have by the end of the month to leave the premises. So yeah, let's start packing. Project X5, driven by a bank robber number one. That's with a friend. Welcome, my friend. Nice car. All right, cold start. Lifters. My hands are not clean and the car is so clean. So I'm using my finger. And now it's challenge. Well, the bank robbers are here, which is good, but we need to load this up on the trailer. So I need to get it started. And he has a really dead battery, and I don't have a spare one, so let's see if this thing will run just on that tiny thing over there. Just long enough to load it onto the trailer. Yep, say hello to LPG. I think even if it does start, it's probably gonna die rather quickly. Alright, signs of life. Alright. Alpina on Alpina action. Project Sunenyoki helping Project Neustadt. Let's see what happens. Go for it. There's no way. That battery is fully charged. Right, the B12 is gone. We are driving with 4 cars. Alpina with the red plates, I'm gonna drive that. The Touring that's full with boxes, the M5 and the race car. I'm gonna lock up for now. Drop off the initial tour. Look at that, all of them firing up at the same time. And I gotta kill the lights. And then let's drive to the new dojo. There you go. I didn't even bolt down the seat, and you're not supposed to see these seats. Alright, here we go. On the Autobahn we go with the mighty Alpina B10 V8S. This is the first drive after that major surgery. No AC, the windows are open, so it's about to get loud. I could have cleaned the windshield at least, but yeah, no. Priorities, I guess. The seat is not even bolted down, but shh, don't tell that. Anyone? Woo! Here you go! Okay, we have about 15 minutes to get to the new dojo. Things that happen when you rush, you overlook simple things. I forgot to put fuel in the car, and we are about to run out, I think. And there are no gas stations on the way here. God, I'm an idiot. Do you know it's illegal to run out of the fuel on the Autobahn? Like if your car turns off on the Autobahn because you ran out of fuel, you're gonna get a fine. And honestly, you should, because you're an idiot. And I'm about to be that idiot. Right, let's see how far we're gonna make it before we run out of fuel. But I gotta say, it drives absolutely beautiful. The suspension is bang on. It has brand new shocks in the back, and we do need to do rear suspension, like subframe bushings, ball joints, and control arms. But compared to what it was before, it really drives super nice now. We made it to the exit, and we actually have a bit more fuel now. I forgot about that. On E39s, the fuel sender unit is kind of slow. So when you start the car, it'll show that you're like near empty, and then as you drive the gauge, it's gonna start climbing. So that's what we have here. So we're good. We're good. No reason to panic. And the car drives beautifully. Haha! We caught up with Valerio. I don't know whose car this is. It just kind of appeared one day here. This, I generally don't know whose car this is. Someone that lives in this building and he needs to move it. In the meantime, we're gonna put the B12 here. For now, that's where it's going to reside. The first residents in the new dojo. Alpina made it safely. The M5, they're gonna stay inside. This is gonna go back to the old dojo and work some more, because we need a Touring. We need to put more stuff in it. Then the E46 Touring, that's gonna stay outside for now. And then on Wednesday, I have a company coming to measure the doors, and the company is called Hullmann. They're famous in Germany for doing doors and stuff, and I think they might even sponsor the doors, which would be absolutely amazing. I guess we'll talk about that when the guys here will go through everything, because this door, 1981, it's really old and it still works, which is awesome because it's a proper product, but it's just too small. We need to replace it. But so far, really happy. All right, let's go do some more packing. Le Mans Bleu and Le Mans Bleu. One is the M5 and one is the M57 diesel. Tecnologia. Mechanical injection. What a machine. So this one is going to a shed that I'm renting nearby, and it's gonna stay there for a few months, and hopefully this winter finally I can take this thing apart and send it for paint. That's what it needs right now, and then, well, it's for paint we can do the engine, the suspension, and everything else. Initially I was thinking to leave the engine alone because it works so well. I mean, it's been sitting since '95. We revived it a few years ago and it works so well, but I'm just gonna take it apart, clean it, make it perfect, put it back in. Guten Tag! It's the following day and most of the cars are gone. Just Project Raleigh and Project Rottweiler remain, and Project Frankfurt, the E92 M3, that's back at home. And inside, well, we're about to start partying in here. I bought plastic boxes. That's definitely not gonna be enough. Gonna have to run out and grab some more. But here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna talk to my landlord tonight or tomorrow, hopefully. And I think I'm gonna try and continue renting out a small part of the shop here. Perhaps this corner, which would be the same size as the original dojo right over there. The reason for that, I have a lot of crap, and I mean a lot of crap. And some of that crap I don't want to move to the new shop because I don't need it over there. For example, the Maserati engine. There's about 5,000 euros worth of parts in it, and I can't sell it to anyone, and I'm asking just like 1,000 euros. And I don't want to throw it away because then it's money completely wasted. The transmission from the Maserati, 8-speed, I'm selling that thing for 200 euros. No takers. But again, I don't want to throw it away because it's a perfectly good serviceable part. I mean, someone will eventually need that transmission. And then also we have like boxes with M3 engine parts, the E31 parts. A lot of these parts are crap. For example, the heat shields for the exhaust. But in 10-15 years, when those parts are completely NLA, that can be a template to recreate new parts, and I don't want to throw them away. So even like bad parts from the E31, I'm keeping them. I'm not throwing them away. But on the other hand, that's not something that I need sitting on the shelf in the new shop. So I'm gonna go through all of these boxes, everything that you see here, and then these plastic boxes, those are all current newish new parts. That's gonna go to the new dojo. And then the boxes that you see all around, I'm gonna split them up. I'm also gonna try and sell some stuff, throw away some stuff that's completely useless. You know, I'm not a hoarder, but I do have a lot of parts. There's a lot to do. I'm gonna start, I think, with the M5 engine, Project Hovde, pack that so I know where everything is. Then we're gonna transfer that over and then just start with everything else. I gotta clean up the shelves here, the E31 parts. Yeah, so let's start and see where we end up. It's hot again, and I got a haircut. Anyway, a bit of an update. The shelves are looking a bit emptier, I guess. So I went through the first, second, bottom, blah, blah, blah. And these boxes here are ready to go. So these are mainly newish stuff in the boxes for each individual project. Projects Hovde, Hovde, all of that is Hovde, all labeled. And then I also sold some stuff that's boxed up and ready to go. This is the stuff that I've been talking about. So E31 parts that I want to store. Then we have some M3 parts. I'm selling the headers, for example, and just, again, a lot of miscellaneous parts here and there that are not worth a lot of money, but I want to sell. The M70 engine, the original engine from the E31, is there. I'm going to list that for sale now. Yeah, those are the beautiful Recaro seats for the E21, and yeah, the mice have made a nest over there, so that's perfect. They were molded before, and now they have mouse poop on them, so that's excellent. This is the cylinder heads from the E39 M5. I think I'm gonna sell that, or maybe just keep it on the shelf, because it doesn't have a lot of value, but you can always use that as a core to refurbish it. The brakes that I removed from Project Rottweiler, this is gonna go on my E39 M5. And then the top shelves, I'm yet to go through all of that, but over there, more crap. And then below the basket is a box of shame. That's my very, very first toolbox, so to say. Look at that. It's completely falling apart, but when I arrived to Germany, that's what was sitting in the back of my E39 M5 and what I was using to fix the car. Just a normal plastic box from the software store and just random parts thrown in there. And I was working in an underground car park. So I'm gonna go through that box right now, see if there's anything useful. If not, I'll throw everything else out. I would actually keep it as a souvenir, just to keep me reminded where I came from, but it's completely broken. And then
S65 oil pan, M70 oil pan or M73, and then just more random stuff.
Right, so this is what I'm doing right now. I have a lot of tools that I've been buying and collecting over the years, and I'm at the point where I don't even remember what I have. For example, this oil pan drain plug repair kit. Don't remember when I bought that. I had no idea I had it. It's been sitting on that shelf over there. Nothing is labeled. It's shoved in the back, and when I need something, I just go on Amazon and buy a brand new tool because I'm not gonna spend 3 years searching for it. So I'm gonna go through every single box right now, and I have these parts, tools spread out all over the shop. I'm gonna collect in one place, label all of them, and then in the new dojo, everything is gonna have its place. So I'm gonna separate timing tools, engine tools like AC gauges and whatever, and I'm gonna know exactly where what is. So when I'm looking for something, I'm not gonna spend 13 years searching for that. So got an update for you. The dojo is looking kind of sad, but everything in this section of the shop is ready to go to the new shop. So all of these boxes and stuff and baskets, and then that corner, that area, that's the stuff that I don't need in the new shop. It's old parts that don't have much value, so to say. Some rare parts that I don't want to sell, or it doesn't make sense to sell them. Like I have N62 B48 pistons. I think I also have N62 B44 pistons. That's not worth a lot of money. It's not worth the trouble to take pictures and post it online. But on the other hand, I don't want to throw it away. M73 cylinder heads. I'm going to sell that if I can. M3 headers, and then this also needs to go. Oh, N62 cylinder heads. Again, not a lot of value. I can't even get 100 euros for this, so might as well keep it for spares. There's a good eccentric shaft there, caps, cams, like everything is good. Like I can use it for parts one day. It's just, it doesn't make sense to occupy space in the new shop, if you know what I mean. So now I need to go through everything in that corner over there, the original dojo, all of those shelves. I think I have some wheels to sell, and then some wheels to transfer over as well. So good progress so far, and I think once I wrap up everything around, tomorrow or maybe in a couple of days, I'm gonna get a van and then the X5, the E39 Touring, and just pack and do a couple of runs and move everything in one day. And that just leaves us with like big stuff like the toolboxes, the Vixen blaster, the air compressor, the press conference room, and then of course the entire rack over there. But the good news is we have a heat wave in Germany right now, which means it's 3 billion degrees in the shop. Right, it's a couple of days later. The temperature finally went down. It's nice and pleasant outside. Inside, still pretty hot because no insulation and the roof is still hot. But this is what remains of the old original dojo. Pretty sad sight. And you know, I was just going through everything and it brought back a lot of memories. I mean, this is where it all started. When I came here, I was renting a parking spot and all my tools were behind the car in a plastic toolbox. If you go and watch the very first episode of Project Dubai, I was doing some work here. There were no walls, nothing. It's just me fumbling around with a plastic toolbox. You know, it reminded me where I'm coming from, and to be able to move to a much bigger space and build my own dream workshop is I'm really lucky, and I feel very, very grateful for having all of you. Anyway, I cleaned up all of the shelves, everything, and I realized how much crap I was storing over the years. Parts or tools or some old parts that I was storing for I don't know why. I'm never gonna use any of that. So what was useful I listed for sale, what wasn't I threw away.
and it's nice and empty now. Also, some of the parts like that cheap garbage sandblasting cabinet, I'm gonna give that to my landlord because it's garbage. I don't want it. It leaks. It's too small. It's useless. This, however, this is an ultrasonic machine, and it's a big one. It can fit a whole cylinder head. Well, for the most part, or an oil pan, and I'm using that to clean or degrease parts before they go into the Vixen blaster. So this is gonna go in the new dojo in the cleaning room. It's a bit old, but it works. The suction device that I bought for the sandblaster, don't know what I'm gonna do with that, probably gonna bring it over. Then the M3 exhaust, this is gonna go in long-term storage because rare parts, and who knows, maybe one day we build an E91 M3 Touring. You never know. Wheels, these are the 18-inch CSL style wheels, and this is gonna go on the Z-frame. Beautiful wheels. Well, we're gonna test fit them to see how it looks, but I think it's gonna look great on Project Seattle. This is the old original Project Cologne engine, M54 B25. Has rod bearing damage, 5-speed ZF transmission, which is perfect. Someone is gonna come and pick it up. Got a bit of money for that, so not too bad. Some wheels, they're gonna go to the new shop. This is the original engine from Project Marseille, the E31. V12, block, heads, crank, camshafts. I sold it to a nice chap from Belgium. Some of the parts that I'm still selling, like E65 headlights. Why the hell did I keep that? They're useless, they're US spec. And I'm just selling them for really cheap because someone can use them for parts or whatever. And that's about it. I went through the entire shop, every single corner. And at this point, I'm ready to move, you know? All of this stuff here, that's gonna go in long-term storage. And then everything from starting from that box, all of that is going in the new dojo. And then of course, the blaster, the air compressor, my workbench. Definitely wanna transfer that over. I think we're just gonna paint it so it doesn't look blue and orange or yellow. And then I gotta take all of the banners and posters down. We have Project X5, Project Rottweil, and Project Borrowed Fiat Diesel Ducato, whatever. It's full. This is the first round of stuff. Everything is full, so we're gonna go and load this and then come back and pack the rest. I'm no longer restoring cars. I'm a professional van driver now. Look at this beauty. Fiat something 1 point whatever diesel. It's a fine machine. It was free and it can fit a lot of stuff in the back, so it's great. It is great. Look at that, it can, I think that's a third, yep. Very, very sharp and precise gears. It's like, you know, it's like eating soup. Just gotta mix it around and eventually you'll catch something. Beautiful day to move. It's Sunday. Shouldn't be a lot of traffic. Here we go, Autobahn. We're doing 70. Fifth. Oh yeah, baby. She's a beauty. She's a beaut. To be serious for a second, big thank you to my neighbor for lending me this van. It can fit a lot of crap in the back, which is great. And as I said, it was free. Free. Cost me nothing. Well, I'm gonna put some diesel in a bit later, but you know. And also a big thank you to Emin and Boyan who came on Sunday to help me load up some stuff. That's the touring. There's Project Rottweil. Beautiful automobile. Can't believe I'm considering selling it. Uh-oh, we're running out of steam. We're going slightly uphill now. Let's go to rev match to fourth. Oh, that wasn't very smooth. Oh, I must slow down here. I'm not driving my M5. Normally I'm doing double the speed here. It's finer than a Rolls Royce, but it needs engine mounts. It's very, it really hits you in the back. The time has come to take apart the workbench. This is something that I made myself, that I designed, and I quite love it. I really, really love doing work on this workbench, so this is going to the new dojo. We're probably gonna paint it because everything needs to color match in the new dojo. So for now, I'm just gonna pack up everything and then we'll transfer it over. But the industrial racks over there as well, that's basically the same thing. This one is only longer. But I just met a really nice subscriber from Netherlands, Mark, and I think we're gonna do a deal with racks. He's gonna supply all of the racks for the new shop, which is amazing because they're all going to be not custom made, but like sorta like custom made for that space. And then they're all gonna be great, which is wonderful. Really nice guy, so I'm looking forward to that. It's a sad situation. Yeah, it's taken apart completely. Good progress, good progress. A bit more over there in that corner. I gotta decide what we're gonna do with those machines. So Benpack supplied me these wonderful machines. The wheel balancer is actually really good. This is a good tire changing machine, but they forgot to send me the arm, like an additional extension arm that can press on the tire here. And without that arm, you can't change tires on wheels that are bigger than 16-inch. Even 16-inch alloys are a struggle. So this is a completely useless machine to me now. This is the oldest 65 block from Project Frankfurt. I want to make a coffee table out of it. That or Project Chicago, the very first engine that I built and that failed because of the stupid sleeves in the cylinders. So we'll see. We'll make a table either out of that one or that one. Here we are, the final day of moving, and it's time to move the heavy equipment. As you can see, the Vixen Surface Treatments Aquablast 1215, it's right over there. So a very nice subscriber named Leo offered to help because he has he's a professional mover. They move safes and treasures and whatever else. So this is like nothing for him. And we tried to load it into the truck. It's too high, unfortunately, so it's gonna go on the trailer. And once that is done, we gotta move the workbench, all of the tool carts, the air compressor, the press conference room, the hydraulic table, and I think that's about it. I mean, this stuff is gonna stay here or go somewhere else in storage. I'm still discussing this with my landlord. But yeah, it's the place is looking empty. I'm gonna go help. That went rather smoothly. It's on the trailer. Do you think we need to move it on the middle or? Yeah? I mean, it's a big, heavy beast, this one. And this is their medium-sized model. And I love it. I love it. This is my favorite machine. They really do deserve a massive shout out. I mean, this machine is very expensive. And when I wrote them initially, which was many years ago, 3, 4, 5, I don't remember. I couldn't afford it, but the CEO of the company saw my videos and saw what I was doing. And he said, we'll give you one for free. Just use it in the videos. And yeah, I use it all the time. Whenever I have aluminum parts, this is the machine, the magical machine. I love it. So really grateful to this company, to Vixen Surface Treatments, and to the guys as well for moving this beast. Right, so this is also part of the machine. This rolls. This is the subframe from Project Hofde. Lovely. It has it. Workbenches. I think the bin is gonna go as well. So the magical machine is in the new dojo. It's gonna stay here for now because we need to cut out a hole here and mount a bigger door so this thing can go through here, and then it's gonna live here. All of the cleaning equipment and devices are gonna be located here. Huge shout out to Leo for helping me move all of this stuff. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do this. I mean, this was a big task and big help from them. So now I'm gonna run to the old shop, clean up over there, and then I think we're done. Tomorrow morning, actually, we're starting some work here, which I'm going to film for the main video, for the workshop build series. And just like that, the old dojo is empty. Everything is gone. So all 3 bend pack clips are gone. The original twin bush that I had in this corner here, the 4-post lift, also gone. A nice subscriber bought that. And then my original plan was, if you remember, there was some crap, a lot of crap in this corner. So my original plan was to make a deal with my landlord and continue renting this corner here so I can store that stuff, because I don't use it at all. I just need to store it. Fortunately, that didn't work out, so I had to move everything out. And right now I'm doing some final touches, removing the ducting, well, piping that I made for the heater last winter, because they don't need that. And then later a guy's gonna come to patch up the floor. So all of these studs for the lifts. And if you remember, this floor is utter shit, and we had to make these massive steel reinforcement plates in order for the lift not to tip over. So now they gotta patch up all of those holes, patch up that as well. I did that because the floor is now flat, so the cables on the bottom would rub up against concrete, so I had to dig a little channel. So all of that needs to be fixed. The electricity, for which I paid lots of money. This is 400 volts, and then 16A normal 230 volts. I'm leaving that in, I'm not gonna take that out. So yeah, and just as the airplane is flying by and ringing the audio, anyway, I'm gonna crack on and remove the piping, and then I'm officially done. It is a sad sight. And what's even sadder is no more cars will be restored in this place. They already rented out this place. They're gonna split it in 3, so they're gonna put up walls, and it's just gonna be a storage unit. And in all honesty, this was never meant to be a workshop. I turned it into one. I mean, the floor is crap, the roof is crap, the doors are crap, there's no insulation, there's no heating. It's just not meant to be used as a car workshop. So it's going to continue to live on as a storage unit. Don't be sad that it's over. Be happy for what's coming. No, that's not mine. That's not coming. No. That's not mine. Project Crosswell is right over there.
And that's the entire move. Done, finished, fertig, finito. It took a little while, but we got it done. And I mean, look at this pile. There's wheels, tires, seats, spare parts, machines, and whatever else. There's been a lot happening, and I've been trying to stay on top of all of that whilst having a newborn at home. So the workshop build series will commence, I think, December or January or something like that. We did already a ton to this property. We painted the entire facility, all the walls, even the freaking roof. The Nussbaum top of the line, like premium quality lifts went in, and this is the stuff that official BMW dealerships, Porsche, Mercedes, McLaren, whatever else use. Then doors from Horman went in. I'll show you that in a bit. They're freaking fabulous. And then I'm waiting on lights to come from Australia for nearly, I don't know how many months now. And then the shelving system, the racks, we're gonna go on this wall here, and this left section is gonna be for wheels and tires. Gion Detailing Bay will be here. We're renovating the freaking toilets. That's a massive job. Let me give you a quick glimpse of everything that's been happening in the shop before we close out this video. Don't mind the hanging cables from the roof, but these are Horman garage doors, and they are the Rolls Royce of garage doors. They are just such premium high quality, it's unbelievable. And now I can go in with a car super easily. So huge thank you to Horman for providing those doors. And then Nussbaum lifts, which you have already seen in main channel videos. So 1 2-post lift, second one. This is the double scissor, and on Monday we were installing a 4-post right over there. Yeah, it's coming along. It's a little bit messy right now because I'm working on Alpina, on Mercedes, and there's stuff everywhere, and I have no shelves. But cabinets are coming from Hazard. One is gonna go over there, another one over there, then some shelving in the back where I can store parts, and Leverack is gonna provide one of their fantastic rolling shelf units right over there. Lights as well, that's one of them from Australia, from a company called Versalux, and these are some cheap from Amazon, and you can see a huge difference there and there. Oh yeah, had to cut a massive hole here so that the vapor blasting cabinet can fit into this tiny room. The Vixen Surface Treatments Aquablast 1215 cabinet, and this is going to be a cleaning room. So already have some devices here, ultrasonic cleaner there and there, but as you can see, everything is a freaking mess. No shelves, I'm waiting on all of that, and once that is in, I'm gonna be able to organize this shop beautifully. But yeah, for now, I'm really happy. Like even today, it's kind of coldish outside, below 10 degrees.
And in a t-shirt here inside. It's not that cold. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to put curtains on the windows over there because when I'm filming, it's really messing up the lighting and everything. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this vloggerson. And then I'll see you in the next main channel video, which is going to be in the Mercedes. I'm still, you know, slicing through all of the issues that this car has and fixing them one by one. See ya.